Yeah, my name's Holly Herbert. I live here in Polk County. I'm here on behalf of myself, but I am also chair of the Progressive Caucus of the Iowa Democratic Party, and we have been pretty clear on where we stand on women's rights and women's health care. House File 621. It was presented as something that they want to be able to have a pregnancy protected in like the case of a car accident, to have the person who caused the accident to be held liable for the injury to the fetus. But it seems to me like this is a bill that is introducing personhood rights to a fetus. The section that particularly concerns me says a court shall not adjudicate the issue of viability of a fetus under this section without affording the fetus, through the real party and interest, due process and equal protection of law. I don't understand how you can, without determining whether or not a pregnancy is viable, give a pregnancy personhood rights. You're trying to give them due process of law. I feel like this is really jeopardizing women's health. It is jeopardizing women's bodily autonomy. It says to me that a person who has impregnated someone, that then the fact that they've impregnated this person, that pregnancy is now more valuable than the person who is carrying the pregnancy. The way that this is being presented, I don't think is accurate as to what the actual goals of the bill are. There was a person who was registered with a group in support of this, and she brought up a case that's going on in Alabama where a person, father of a pregnancy, is suing a doctor in a pharmacy for providing a drug that ended a pregnancy. So he is trying to sue them and say that he should have had rights as to whether or not that pregnancy should continue, which really concerns me because he's not carrying the pregnancy, and I really feel that women should be able to decide whether or not they are going to continue to carry pregnancy, especially if they did not consent to the sexual act in the first place. I mean, this is a very scary road to go down. I don't think that it's something that we should be bringing up here in Iowa, and I'm really hoping that this does not pass out of committee. They did say that it is going through to the Judiciary Committee, so it's going to be discussed. He's not suing the woman, but he's suing the healthcare provider and he's suing the pharmacy. So you're suing the medical health providers who are providing women's health care. I mean, that's definitely an attack on women's health care. She had the right to make that decision. By him going after the doctor and going after the pharmacy that provided this medication, I feel like he is saying, no, not only does she not have that right, but you don't have the right to give her those products so that she can make that decision for herself. The concern is that this opens the door, very slippery slope. Because if you're saying that you can afford due process to a fetus that's not been determined whether or not it can even be viable to carry to term, is afforded due process of law, what does that say about the woman who's carrying the pregnancy and carrying the fetus? That where are her rights? We should be finding out today whether or not this is going to go into the Iowa House. I have serious concerns that it is going to. And I just think this is a really dangerous road to go down. It is House File 621.
621.
They did a lot of things last session where they said they were going to address a bill at a certain time, and then they would change it because people would catch wind of it and they would come down to speak. And there's a lot of opposition to some things that came up last year. With the number of things that came up last year, like the fetal heartbeat bill, I have no doubt that this will go to the floor and that they will try and hold a vote on this and pass it.